Number one, failing to train. You are not in your 20s or even your 30s anymore. You think you can just get it out, bomb it out, hike a mile and a half or two up to the top of Grand Teton, come back down. That's not going to happen anymore, and that's okay. By getting out, putting on your backpack, starting training, doing some walking around the neighborhood, getting on the Stairmaster, whatever it is to keep your feet working, your legs still working, your heart pumping, your breathing very capable, you have to train. Don't think you can just go for months at a time and then go out with some friends on a 30 or 40 mile backpack over 2 or 3 days. You're going to have a rough time with that. That brings me to point number 2. You're not 20 anymore. It's okay. Don't just think you can just bomb it out, race up, do all these things, and fail to consider that yes, you're a little bit older, you're going to have to give yourself some time. Yeah, I know, I'm in my middle age as well, and it's kind of hard to accept that I can't go as fast, I can't go as far as I used to, but I'm still out here. That is a huge difference between the people that stay in the office and they stay at home all day and the people who enjoy this experience that go out to places like Grand Teton or the Great Smokies or Voyager National Park or wherever you might go in the world. This is something that you have to consider as an older person is just not going to be as easy, and you got to give yourself some more time, throttle back the distance a bit, throttle back your expectation that you're going to go over a 13,000 foot pass or 3,000 meter pass in like 2 hours. It's just not going to happen anymore. The third mistake a lot of people make is failing to bring the 10 essentials. Make sure you bring the 10 essentials established at the Boy Scouting program. There's a reason they say bring an extra light, bring a knife, bring extra clothes, bring matches, a lighter, something to start a fire, shelter, all the food and all the other things in the 10 essentials list. You may be very experienced in a first aid kit because eventually you're going to have something happen where you're going out, your body's not working as well, and all of a sudden you slip, trip, fall, and you need a knife to maybe cut some string to create a lashing or create a splint for you. Who knows? You don't ever want to get there, but failing to bring the 10 essentials can bring you a lot of pain, and I don't want to have that happen for you. The next thing to consider is making sure to tell somebody responsible where you're going to go, when you're going to be back, what you're going to do, and all the expectations. I know you might be mature, you think, I know what I'm doing, I've done this 100 times, and if you don't come back in time, you want somebody responsible who cares about you, not some friend, oh yeah, I forgot to check on you last week. Don't do that. Tell somebody responsible where you're going to go and have them and give them the information to the authorities where you're going. If you're not back in time, that's to check on you. Geez, the bugs are terrible out here. The fifth thing that goes along with being an older backpacker is pushing through the pain. I can do it. Yes, I can march up this mountain and ooh, my knee really hurts, but I can keep going. And then all of a sudden you get 10 miles out and you are crippled and your knee's on fire and you have to walk like this. You don't want to do that. I don't want to have that happen to you. Instead, consider, hey, if you're going and all of a sudden you've got a raging hot spot on the bottom of your foot in your boot, stop. Don't think, oh yeah, I can do it, I can tough it out, because you're now putting yourself in a potential situation where you're going to get in real trouble, and also you might put the people you're with, if you're not doing solo, into a lot of trouble that you could have completely avoided. If your knee's on fire, you're starting to feel lightheaded, your chest is hurting, your feet are burning, stop. Just be honest, share with other people, hey, you know what? I'm having real trouble. I'm very concerned that we're going to go farther. Is it tough on the ego? Whoo, yeah. That ego is going to bust you down. But if you fail to ignore the warning signs your body is giving you now, you might end up in an emergency situation where you can cause a lot of problems for a lot of people. You might get severely hurt or worse, and you just don't want to do that. The next point is, don't do jackrabbit hiking. When you're young, you can just burst off and then boom it out and keep going. When you're a little bit older and much older, you just can't do that anymore. Instead, throttle it back and take the more wizened approach of, hey, you're going to get up from your break, put your pack back on, and just keep an even pace and walk continuously 60 minutes, or I do 75 minutes. I throttle my speed back, but interestingly, I cover a lot more distance. I actually had this happen on a climb on Kilimanjaro where one of the leaders, one of my friends, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna cut the group in half and take this other group on a faster, more continuous pace. And we actually got to camp way faster than the people doing the jackrabbit starts. And then they had to rest, jackrabbit starts and rest. By following this guy, he just plodded along, and he was 70 at the time, walking slowly, but he didn't stop walking, and he just took 10 minutes breaks every 75 minutes. He got to camp an hour and a half earlier than the people who were trying to rip it up. So use your mind, not necessarily your muscles and your ego, and pull back the jackrabbit starts. That'll make a huge difference in your experience of backpacking. The next consideration that you want to look at is consider buying new gear. Yeah, your backpack from the 70s might be great, but it weighs 12 pounds. Do you really want to be carrying a 12-pound pack? For my summer load, my base weight, meaning no food, no water, is 12 pounds. With this backpack that's 2 pounds heavier, I was doing Gannett Peak. It's a little bit heavier because I had to carry my crampons, my ice axe, and all that sort of stuff. But even though your old gear may have served you well, consider it might just be wearing out. Maybe the bottom's gonna fall out of your pack and now you have a bad time, or a shoulder strap's kind of torn, and then, oh, it'll be fine. You get way in the backcountry and then, whoa, oh my gosh, you're in super big trouble. So just consider that, yeah, stuff is way more expensive now than it used to be, but things are so much better and lighter that you can go farther and have a more positive experience in the outdoors. And the number 8 point that I want to make, and this is the big psychological point, is remember, you may never do this again. I know that sounds negative, but savoring the experience of being out in the outdoors, maybe hiking up some mountain, going across a sagebrush plain, enjoying the eastern forests of the US, maybe climbing the Alps in Europe, whatever it is, just remember, in your life, years and years ago, you thought, oh, I'm going to be going to this workplace forever. I'm going to be going to school. I'm going to be in this organization forever. And then the next day you're not, and you will never go back. So what you have to do is, when you're thinking about this, like, oh, I got to get to the next ridge, I got to get to the next camp, is just stop, smell the sage. The thunder showers are going to come in over the Tetons pretty soon. So that's an experience just watching this cloud up. It's super, super cool, and I love this. Plus, there's nobody around. Check this out. Like, there's my truck way over there by the Shane cabins. It's already starting to rain in North Jackson Hole. So I hope that is helpful for you in older age, the 8 big tips to help you still enjoy backpacking and to avoid all the mistakes that people make. Thanks for watching.